Hey guys, we are starting chapter 9, or should I say continuing chapter 9 this week because I know that you guys started this many, like last month or two. You only did 9.1 and you had to know about line plots. This is the beginning of that. But we're not doing 9.1 again, so don't worry. We're going to start off with 9.2 and we're just going to get through 9.3, 9.4. I'm looking at the book right now. And then we're gonna have a quiz on Friday on this. Okay, this is the quiz. Don't worry, you'll see the assignment and everything. But this is actually one of my favorite chapters to teach because it's really easy, and I'm gonna make it fun and easy for you guys. And IXL has these to practice. It's easier since me and probably many of you don't have actual grid paper where it's actually made this way and it's just easier to plot. And as you can see in your books, which if you do have, you're going to definitely be using. If you do not have your Go Math book, I took pictures and I'll upload it. Therefore, no excuses. I need to see work. But I'm on page 539. This is where 9.2 starts, and it's labeled ordered pairs. And as you flip through, you can see the grids that they provide for you. Like I said, they literally sell grid paper, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I had to use my ruler, and I made it really quick. All right, so how can you identify and plot points on a coordinate grid? So as I just said, this is a grid. And what makes it fancy is that these are called coordinates. They're points. So you have an X coordinate and a Y coordinate. What does this mean? So this is the ordered pair. It's a pair. You know, a pair is a pair of like two things. Okay, a pair of eyes, a pair of ears, a pair of shoes. Here you have two numbers and ordered. They're in order. How are they in order? It's not always by number order. It's ordered because the first number is the first number you're going to use to start or locate your point, and the second number is the second step you do to find it. I'll show you what that means. They call it XY. Your X coordinate is going to be the horizontal number. So in other words, this is your X axis down here. All numbers down horizontally are the X axis, and they are the X numbers. So that means they'll go first in your ordered pair. Okay. On the side here is the Y axis. And these are all the numbers on the vertical up and down side are your Y axis. So let's do a quick example. I'm just going to prove to you what I mean. I'm going to do 7, 4. That is an ordered pair. Why? I know you're probably saying, well, Miss Sanfilippo, it's not in order. Shouldn't it be 4, 7? Yes, if you're counting and you're putting things in numerical order. But this has something to do with that. This has to do with, it's like a map, like searching for something. So, since 7 is the first number, and I'm replacing it. And I always think, like, because kids mess this up of, like, thinking, well, then Y should go first because I find it. So let's just show you. 7, that's first. Let me locate 7. Here it is. And then the next number is 4. So it's the Y axis, so I have to go up and down. So I'm going to 7 up to 4. And I'm just going to put a big black dot there. Booyah. That is my coordinate point of this, 7, 4. And I can label it. You can label it as this number, 7, 4, or according to the directions, and you'll see, for example, you could also give it a letter if the directions tell you to. So point A is located at 7, 4. This totally reminds me of Battleship. If you have the game Battleship at home and you play it, you would understand, oh, this is how it is, where you're trying to shoot the ships or sunk them, and you have to use a certain ordered pair. So it's like that. All right. Now, don't make the mistake of going Y first. This is like a very common mistake what kids do. Is they're gonna go 4, and then they'll go 4, 7. You see? Look where it's at. If I did 4, 7, and I plotted here, that's not the same point as here, 7, 4. There's a difference. So be careful. Go in order. Even though it's not in numerical order, it's gonna think alphabetical order. That X comes before Y. So this will be X, and this is Y. It doesn't matter. This could have been 10, 1. So go to 10 and go to 1. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So on page 539, at the top, they give you a lot of highlighted words, which are your vocabulary words, and they're pretty simple. I already went through all of them. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The first number in the ordinate pair is the x-coordinate number. The second number is the y-coordinate. And then these two guys together with the comma, make sure you have the comma because I'll just say 74 or whatever, is your ordered pair. Oh, here's another one. The point of origin. Origin is like the starting point. When the only moment where y and x or x and y meet is at 0. So 0, 0 is the origin. I'm just showing you to understand the vocabulary word. And a nice fancy way to remember that is that our origin starts with an O, but it also can look like a 0. So that would be a fun way to remember. Oh, origin is the 0 point where X and Y meet. Boom. It's the meeting point. That's the only meeting point where they really meet. And they intersect. Okay, so can we look at unlock the problem? It's pretty simple. And the word problem says write the ordered pairs for the locations of the arena and the aquarium. What? Well, if you look at the coordinate pair that they give you, they labeled points, arena and aquarium. But they want you to write down what are the ordered pairs, what's those points. So, and it tells you the explanation how to do it. But I'm going to look for it. I see arena is, okay, I know where it is. I'm going to label this arena. And there's a big dot here. That's what they have. But they want you to figure out, well, what's the ordered pair? Okay, I know that X comes first, so I'm going to go and look to see where the points is. It's at 3. And when I go up to the y-axis, it stops at 2. So arena, the ordered pair of it is 3, 2. X, then Y. Not 2, 3. Now what about the aquarium? Well, I'm looking at it right now. And aquarium, I'm just going to put, aquarium. Big black dot right exactly where it's at. The same thing that you have in your book. And I just labeled it here. What's the ordered pair? That's what they want you to figure out. X, Y. Okay, it seems like it stops at 9. So let's label this aquarium. 9. And then go up. Where that number does a stop at. 4. So what's your coordinate pair to find the aquarium? 9, 4. And that's it. Now, let me see. I would skip. And I'm looking at page 540, example 1, or find the distance between. Ah, I see. So, I'm just looking at it on the head of what they want you to do. Plot and label. Okay, we've done that. So, and then they want you to do, what is the distance between school and the library? Oh, okay. One more thing, they're gonna make you do 3 things. Identify it. So let's say they had aquarium there and they say, what's the coordinate points? let me identify it. It's 9, 4. Or if they want you to plot it, that means you go, you plot it. They'll give you coordinate points. Let's say they give you 5, 8. You plot it. Okay, 5, 8, boom, plot. That's the example. There's another thing they want you to do is what is the difference in the distance in between. So I'm going to name this guy here. I have arena. I have aquarium. Let's name this Coney Island. Okay. And Coney Island is 7, 4. What's the distance between Coney Island and aquarium? 2 points. If it's at 7, it's at 9, but it's literally on the same. It's on 4. So like basically, if I had to walk here, how many blocks? 1, 2. So the distance is 2 points over to the right. What about Coney Island to the arena? So Coney Island is 7, 4. And the arena is 3, 2. You could describe it as, all right, I'm going to walk. You're going to do your x-axis first, so you're going to walk horizontally first. 1. So like every time you get past a unit block or a block, count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go down. 1, 2. So it is 7, 2. Right? Let me show you a trick. You could do it that way. You could literally count, pretend you're walking around. But you could also, I'm going to take these and literally subtract them to find the distance. Minus, I know it's a weird way, but didn't I tell you that? Let me show you again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So if they ask you what's the distance in between, you're going to subtract. You could walk using your finger, pretend you're walking the blocks wherever you're at, or you could literally take them and subtract them. But be careful when you do that because you want to make sure you're subtracting the right digits. And that's basically it for 9.2. It's identifying the points, plotting the points, and they might ask you to find the distance in between. What I would like you to do, and I put this on the assignment, I would like you to do page 541. It's good practice. And then you're going to do 543, which is the homework page, and 544. Okay? And I specifically said to do all 3 and submit all 3 pages. Follow my directions carefully. I did not say you have to do page 542. Okay, I'm not making a mistake here. Now on page 543, I know you're gonna question me. Do we have to do number 15? It said the right part. It says, what is a situation in which you might locate points on a coordinate grid? I gave you examples. If you were really listening to me, you would have heard my quick examples. So it says, what is a situation? Like when would you use something like this? When, where, why, how? All you have to write down is one example of you using this in real life. Okay? So don't stress it. It's not too bad. All right, cool. You'll be fine. I'll see you later.